Hi guys, Greg from Avid here at IBC 2018 here at the Avid booth in Hall 7. Here at the Artist Station, we're showing off a bunch of really cool things here. We've got Pro Tools, Sibelius, and I'm really happy to be able to talk through our brand new Avid Link. We went to public beta just yesterday, so if you haven't signed up, make sure you do that. So let me start here with Pro Tools. So it's been a great year for Pro Tools. We're now in version 2018. So here at the show, we're kind of going through kind of the culmination from January all the way through where we are now. We're currently at version 2018.7. So I'll just go over a couple of the features over the last few months that we've introduced. So one of the things we've introduced here is the idea of track presets. This has been the most requested feature over the past little while. We've taken a lot of time to get this right and not just do what our customers have wanted us to do, but take it even a step further. So with track presets, what that allows you to do is take all of your favorite presets and ideas of how you normally would stack some of your favorite plugins to be able to recall them in other sessions, basically at the snap of your fingers. So here, if you take a look at my session, I've got a vocal here going. I don't have anything populated here in the inserts yet, and typically I have a vocal chain that I normally like to use, and I've got that actually saved already as a track preset. If I want to go ahead and pull that back up, I just go ahead, click on one of the inserts, and you can see right over here I've got my save track presets, but I can also recall a track preset that I've already saved. So I'll actually go in here. I've got a folder here with some of my favorites, and I've got one here called Electronic Female Vox. If I just go ahead and click on that, you'll see that what this is going to do is now pull up those plugins that I always like to use when I'm working with a female vocalist, ready to go. So you can see here I've got a Waves C6 compressor, I've got an HEQ, and some delay. Of course, I can go ahead and tweak that as I need to. So, being that we really like to be able to give the user, many different ways to do the same kind of thing, depending on how your workflow might be, you also have the option of pulling up a track preset using your Workspace. So if I pull up my Workspace here, you can see that we've got a section here just for track presets. And of course, we've got all of our metadata built into that, including company name, plugin type, lots of different things you can search for in your track presets. And the great thing here is that they're all ready to use, and you can just drag and drop them right directly into your session. Makes it very, very easy. So we've got a ton of other features here that we've added in 2018. One of my favorites, being an electronic musician, is the idea of what we've been doing with our MIDI engine. So we've made a lot of improvements there. We're going to continue to make some improvements. Some of my favorite ones have been just really using the shortcuts in the MIDI editor to be able to get through your MIDI really, really quickly. So what we've done is we've taken the idea of just a small set of commands, in this case your arrow keys on your keyboard, to be able to get through and do some really quick editing. So for instance, I've got some MIDI here. If I wanted to just get to the next note, now it's as easy as just using my left and right arrow keys to get to the next note or the note previous. Additionally, if I hold down the shift key and then my right arrow key, it'll actually allow me to select a series of notes. Very, very efficient. Now I've got a series of notes that are selected. If I wanted to go ahead and let's say I wanted to transpose these, now it's as easy as thinking about it, just using my arrow keys up and down to transpose by step. So if I want to go up a step, I just use my arrow up key. If I want to go down a step, the easy is just hitting the arrow down key. And of course, we want to add the modifier shift, which will allow us to go up or down by octave. Additionally, if I wanted to go ahead and affect the velocity of those notes, it's as easy as hitting the command key and then the arrow up and down key. So if you take a look here at the velocity, you can see that using the command key and the arrow down key will bring the velocities down for that set of notes. Of course, there's a ton more that we've added in Pro Tools over the last year in 2018. One more I'll show you really quickly is we want to continue making Pro Tools as efficient as possible. So one of the things we've added is the ability to search through your plugins and through your auxiliaries or buses. To do that, if you see here, I've actually got a really long list of plugins available to me, and that can be kind of cumbersome when I'm really in a creative workflow to go and search for the plugin I'm thinking of. So now I can just basically start typing the plugin that I'm looking for. Let me go ahead and back up here. So let's say I'm looking for an instrument, I'm looking for the hybrid instrument. I can just start typing and the search ahead feature will automatically go ahead and start populating based on what I'm typing. So I just type H and Y, and you can see here that it's already started populating with anything that matches that. So in this case, I'm looking for hybrid. I can just hit enter, and I've got it right there at my fingertips. And you can also search your buses that way as well. So again, a ton of stuff going on in Pro Tools. If you haven't, checked out version 2018.7, make sure you do that. Lots of stuff to see there. But I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Sibelius now, because we've got some really great things that we've been doing with Sibelius as well. So of course, we're in version 2018.7 of Sibelius as well. So our new naming structure, of course, now we've got Sibelius Ultimate, Sibelius, and our brand new free version of Sibelius, Sibelius First. What's great about all three of those is that they're now combined into a unified installer. So regardless of what version of Sibelius you have, you've got one installer to deal with. So if you're a brand new customer just trying out Sibelius for the first time, you can just grab the installer, download it. It's going to install the entire thing. And once you feel really comfortable in Sibelius and you feel like, this is the right notation program for me, you can actually go ahead and upgrade to the full version of Sibelius, and you've already got it installed. It'll just go ahead and unlock those features. Really convenient. So we've been adding a ton of really great workflow enhancements here to Sibelius. A couple of my favorites that I'll show you really quickly. The first one I'll point out is the multi-edit workflows. So of course, if you're in a really big score, this is obviously a very simple one, just for the idea of showing off some stuff. One of the things you typically tend to do is do a lot of editing for multiple stops, notes, chords, things of that nature. Now we've added multi-edit workflows that makes it a lot easier. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'll have to put the mic down to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and select this series of notes to add a slur onto the entire thing. So not only will I be able to do that in one step, in one shortcut, it's also, the multi-edit workflows are also extremely smart. So you can see here that I've got a half note and I've got a half note rest. So typically what I would have to do is do a couple of steps to make sure I don't add the slur to the rest. The shortcut will automatically see that there's a rest there and not add the slur there. So let me go ahead and select the notes and very quickly show you how that's done. So actually I did a crescendo, and you can see there in just one step, I selected the notes, hit the shortcut, which was an H, and you can see that I've got my crescendo there. And of course, it stops directly short of where the half note rest is. Another great feature that I love that we've added to Sibelius is our cloud sharing. So anything that I'm working on here, if I needed to share this with someone I'm collaborating with, maybe they're down the street or they're across the world, doesn't matter. I can share what I'm working on really, really quickly. So we've got our cloud sharing section here. If I wanted to go ahead and share this, I'm going to go ahead and save that. It's going to create a unique URL that I can then share with anybody. I can do it via email. I can actually do it via Avid Link, which I'll show you in just a second. So this is going to go ahead and create a URL. And once I go into my share window, right here, you can see that I now have my scores available to share. And I'll just go ahead and grab this one here. I can share this one. You get that unique URL. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link. And in any web browser, I'll just pull up Safari here. I can go ahead and copy that. And it's going to go ahead and actually pull up that score in a web browser. And I can, obviously go through, see what's going on. I can print it if I need to. And I can actually even play back directly from the web browser. Really amazing. So like I said, a ton more to see in Sibelius 2018. Make sure you check that out. So one of the things I'm really excited about that we're showing here at IBC, just yesterday we've gone to public beta of our brand new Avid Link application. So Avid Link is basically the culmination of a lot of work that we've been doing here at Avid to really kind of bring a lot of the stuff that you do in the back end and your collaboration with other folks all in one place. So if you're familiar with the Avid Application Manager, which typically takes care of just installing your applications, we started building there and built out from there. So if you take a look here, here's Avid Link. Again, we're in beta. The first thing when you launch it, you're greeted with the home page, which basically is kind of a news feed. So this is all kind of collated from our main website. And of course, what's really great here is that depending on what you're interested in, you can actually focus on your specific desire of what you're looking for. So if you're into audio, you can just kind of click on audio, get all your audio feed, specific audio stories directly related to that, video, notation, etc. Moving right along, the next tab, we've got your My Profile section, which this is basically all the information that's pulled from your Avid Artist account, and of course your Avid.com account as well. So you can actually go in there, you can edit that, you can make sure that you've got all of the stuff that you need to place there for your profile there. But additionally, you've got your portfolio section. So when someone's searching for you, and they can actually see the work that you've decided to share there. So it's kind of like a really great way to showcase what you're working on. You can see here I've got some of my songs, my music here, but I've also got my scores there as well, directly from Sibelius. Really, really cool. Next up is the products page, or the products tab, and this is where a lot of the work of all your licenses, your perpetual license or your subscriptions are handled right here. Now you can see here I've got a pretty big list of products here in my account. I can actually scroll through and filter depending on what I want to see. So obviously I'm a musician, but I've been trying to learn Media Composer and get into the video world. So if I just click on the video products, you can see here that I've got Media Composer first as a license that I own. You'll also be getting notifications for any products that require updates, any plugins that need updates. You can see here that I've got an update available for something, and let's go ahead and see what that is. So I've got an update here for one of my plugins. I can do the updates here by just clicking update. Now, of course, you can also set your preferences to have everything be updated automatically. Now, I told you that you're getting notifications directly into Link. So let me just quickly mention that Link is available Mac, PC, iOS, and Android. And you'll get notifications to any one of those devices. So right here in my Mac, you can see here that I've got all my kind of saved notifications from everything that's been coming in to Link. And you can see here that I've got that little red circle telling me that I've got a notification there, which is the update for that plugin. Moving right along, we've got our projects area. So if you're in Pro Tools and you're using cloud collaboration, which you can see here that I'm using pretty regularly, all of your projects are now available to you. All of basically the artist chat window is available to you on the go. So you don't actually have to be in Pro Tools to be able to access your projects and see exactly what's been going on with your collaborators. If any changes have been made, again, you'll get that notification right on your cell phone, on your iPad, or your computer without even having to be logged into Pro Tools. Moving on from there, we've got our messages section. So anybody that you're connected with in your Avid account, in your project account, you can actually send messages back and forth. It's a really great way to stay connected with all of your collaborators, all of your friends, all within the Avid community. Next up, we've got our Find Talent area, and this is a really great place for all of our customers to be able to find other folks to work with. If you're a video producer, maybe you're looking for someone to help with video direction, music, etc. Maybe you're a singer-songwriter looking for someone to help mix your record. You can actually find all of that talent right here in the My Talent section. So you can see here we've done a pretty good job of categorizing everything, so you don't have to spend a ton of time searching. You can kind of filter through what you're looking for and connect with the folks that you're looking to work with. Moving right along, next up, we've got our lounges section. So our lounges section is kind of like a forum, and again, all broken up into product sections. So we've got a forum, a lounge for Sibelius, one for Pro Tools, one for Media Composer, and of course, if you sign up for the beta now, we've got a specific lounge just for beta feedback. So we really want to hear from you guys what you're thinking, what you'd like to see, your comments, and it's a really great place to get help, get advice, and also help other folks out as well. Next up, of course, we've got our marketplace. This is a really great place to be able to find plugins, hardware, even training. All just really centered on the products or category you want to find, and a really great, easy way to filter through. We really wanted to make this as easy as possible, so everything can be done here. You can purchase plugins, rent plugins, purchase hardware, and again, all within the span of one application. So that's Avid Link. We're really excited about this. Again, we've just gone into public beta. Make sure you check that out on avid.com and join us in the beta and help us make it the best thing ever. That's basically it. There's a ton more to here to see at IBC, but that's my corner of the world. Again, if you're here in Amsterdam, please make sure you come by. We're at Hall 7 at area B55. Look forward to seeing you guys. Have a good one.